All right. What up, YouTube? What do we got in the building today? LB, good morning. Alan, good morning. James Bennett, good morning. Chad, good morning. Happy Monday. It's Money Monday. Let's get it, brothers. Rab Bradley, what's up? Peter, what's up? General CJ, what's up? Kyle K, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Baja Express, good morning. All right. So what do we got? What do we got today? Leading gap, we're up 214% here. LIPO. LIPO. Penny stock from 40 cents up to $1.50 already. Pre-market, which is good to see. This is great. Great. We had very strong action here from 7 a.m. Very nice. Hopefully, for you guys, if anyone's a pre-market trader, hopefully you guys are sitting nicely green with a good cushion on the day after this great move here on LIPO. I know my boy MNQ in the Discord, he trades penny stocks. He trades primarily pre-market. I wonder how he's doing today. But hopefully, I definitely feel like he nailed this one. This is definitely right up his alley. Right around, he sits down right around 4 a.m. and trades until the open, and then a little bit after the open. But yeah, hopefully he was able to capture this massive move today. Maybe he's in this chat here. MNQ, if you're in the live stream, make sure you drop a comment. Let us know how you're doing. Pre-market with this penny stock. Next, next gapper is NLSP. But first, let's take a look here at the news. Lepella Pharmaceuticals commences phase 2A trial for oral lichen planus, enrolls first patients. So it looks like a phase 2A trial for patients, enrolling first patients in some drug for chronic inflammatory condition. So yeah, pretty decent. Phase 2 is pretty decent. So when it comes to trials, usually phase 1 is the most common because it's the first phase. So most drugs go through the first phase, which usually phase 1 catalysts aren't as strong as the next phases, because as it gets to the second phase, most of the drugs from phase 1 get written off. They don't make it to phase 2. Phase 2 catalysts are a little bit less common, so we usually see bigger moves in phase 2. And then phase 3 is like a really strong catalyst because it passed phase 1, phase 2, and now it's in phase 3. And it's definitely the most rare, the least common. Most drugs don't make it to phase 3. So that's why you'll see, if you are watching or you're taking notes or you're recording the stocks that have catalysts, most of the biggest moves are from phase 3 catalysts. But this is a phase 2, so it's could be pretty decent. We've already seen a decent move. 150, it looks like a clear level here up at the highs. You can take a look at the float and as well as the larger time frame. So looks like we broke out this previous resistance there. What's the 200 EMA at? 200 EMA. We're over the 200 EMA. We're over the level of 137. Looks like we're pulling back here to this level. And then our next level is going to be up here, which looks like, can't quite see because of my little study, but I would guess it's maybe around 150. Pretty much right at the high here. 150, 151. So I guess if we can break 150, we have some decent room here up to 2. We definitely have some decent room up to 2 on LIPO. So I'm going to be looking at LIPO mostly. Hopefully it's got to hold up this pre-market chart up until 9:30. Maybe we can see a nice opening range and then an opening range breakout, either for like the opening surge or the red to green pattern. So that's what I'll be looking for in LIPO for today. Let's take a look here at the quick look at the float here. LIPO, 4.4 million shares, so super small float. And considering it's a cheap stock, we can turn these shares like nothing. We can turn these shares every minute. We can trade 4 million shares at the open here easily on LIPO. But the halt levels are going to be tight on LIPO. The halt levels are going to be tight. Are we curling up for the break of 150 before the open? If I'm a long or hold time trader, I am definitely taking a position here. This is a clear level here. It's going to be acting as a magnet. We're definitely going to well, I'm going to say definitely because, you know, nothing is guaranteed in the market, but I'd say it's pretty likely we're going to see this break of 150 at some point today, either pre-market or at the open. Another beautiful day in the financial playground. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is our playground. It is consensual competition and consensual, I wouldn't say gambling, but consensual sport of stealing each other's money. But Chad says, tight halt bands, yeah, watch those dips. Absolutely. We got to watch those dips on LIPO. We know the biggest losses that likely come for us small cap traders is buying that dip into a halt down. Man, that is the kryptonite of every small cap scalper. Here we are, LIPO curling up. James Bennett, I think he might be in the stock. James Bennett, are you in LIPO for the break of 150 right now for pre-market? We have about 15 minutes till the open, so we definitely have some decent time here. Maybe we'll curl up and break through. Looks like James Bennett is in LIPO. What is your stop loss, James? What's your target is the break of 150. What's your entry and what's your stop loss? Best exit I had in LIPO was 148. Very nice. Drew Marsh, good morning. Very nice exit on for 148. I definitely would have been the guy waiting for their break of 150 and then holding it back down to break even. But okay, next stock here in the gap scan. So he said James is in 144. A little bit of a high entry there. Well, 144. Okay, so you must have been gotten in back here. Yeah, a little bit of a high entry. But I guess hindsight is 2020. But yeah, the reason it's a higher entry is because if you look at the 5-minute chart, no, this is the 1-minute chart. If you look at the 5-minute chart, you probably bought here, right? So, I mean, if you look at the 5-minute chart, you know, we haven't had a significant 5-minute pullback in quite some time. The last one was down here at $1. So from $1 to $1.40, you know, that's another 40% move. You would think it's a bit extended here to get in here at 144 for the break of 150. This sort of trade, maybe I would take, but it would be a breakout or bailout sort of situation, since on the 5-minute it is extended. And there's quite a big possibility we would get this pullback here to the 5-minute 90 EMA that we saw. And at that point, you know, you're just holding a little bit too long here into the red. if you're getting in at 144, that means you held all the way down here minus 25 cents. It's just a little bit too much risk for the trading style that we trade. So, with this extended entry, yeah, I mean, it could have definitely worked out for the break of 150 here, but it should be a breakout or bailout situation. So if you got in at 144, it should continue moving higher after your entry for the break of 150. If it doesn't, if it starts to pull back like we see, cut the loss and look for the next entry. Which the next entry might not come until either off the dip entry or again for the breakout or bailout sort of situation here, where either you can catch the break of the pivot, or if you miss the break of the pivot, you can catch the break of 150 that we might see. But yeah, James Bennett, you'll probably get bailed out, but we'll eventually probably get it. But yeah, definitely a tough entry there at 144 with holding that. But that's just my 2 cents, of course. Next stock here, NLSP. Let's take a look here at NLSP. NLSP, another penny stock. So it looks like we're getting those penny stocks again. These penny stocks are just on fire this year. I've never seen so many penny stocks making moves in 1 year. Well, I've only been trading for about 4 years now, but it's crazy. Like, these amount of penny stocks this year have like made more moves than 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020 combined. So crazy trend we're getting here. But yeah, NLSP, let's see what we got. What's the news here? Announces binding term sheet to merge with a different company. Ugh, not the best. Anticipated to become a wholly owned subsidiary of company. Yeah. So it looks like this company is to absorb Cadimastum, which Cadimastamas, I think. Castimas. I have no idea. It must be like sounds like some Russian name or something. So a subsidiary, so it's absorbing a subsidiary after agreeing for a merger with a smaller company. Not that good. I don't like it. I don't like it, but it could. I mean, honestly, it could move. It could still move. Float's a little bit larger though. NLSP, it could move, but float's 25 million, is a penny stock. We're holding up pretty decent on the technicals, but the catalyst I don't really like too much. The float 25 million, it's a little bit on the higher end, but it is a penny stock. Yeah, James Bennett, definitely gotta get good at cutting those losses, man. Gotta get good. That's the only way you can get that long-term success, is being able to cut those losses tight, keep them tight. If it's not working out, don't be holding into the red. Another day, another trade, absolutely. Lawrence Skull says, I just want to buy LIPO and hold for hours. Yeah, that could be definitely a good idea as well. If you get that low risk entry, you always got to follow your stop loss rules. Maybe for longer hold time trader, maybe putting a stop loss here at the below of support, taking an entry off the low and holding for a while. Hopefully maybe we'll get that opening surge, break to 150, and maybe you can be taking profits at 170, 180, 190, somewhere in there. But I mean, there's definitely people taking that trade, that's for sure. I mean, there's some people who woke up at 7 a.m., probably took an entry here off one of these lows, put a stop loss in below the support, and now they're up probably 100%. So learning how to trade like that definitely has its rewards for sure, especially in a hotter market. But it looks like we're coming down a bit. Hopefully you can find some support. Next stock, YIBO. YIBO, a lot less volume, so pretty much the only thing that looks good right now is LIPO. YIBO, no news, just up 50%. Planet Image Intelligence. Float, I think it might be a little bit bigger. 1.7, no, 1.7 million share float. It's got a low float, volume is light, inconsistent fading. The chart patterns below VWAP, consolidating below VWAP. Maybe we'll get a small little pop here towards VWAP. I'm not expecting this to go all the way to the highs, but it's certainly possible. But there is no news to account for the move, so we also have to keep that in mind. So only thing looking good here is LIPO. We did find some support. Looks like we're curling back up here, which is good. You know, I don't mind having one stock on watch list or one stock that looks good, because now every single trader is looking at LIPO. And you know what happens when every trader is looking at one stock? It has the biggest possible chance of making a massive move, because you have concentrated eyes, concentrated attention on a single stock. That's how we get crazy moves. Do I think maybe LIPO can make a crazy move? It's possible. Is it guaranteed? Absolutely not. There's also a huge chance that this thing goes to 151. We have an instant false breakout and this thing resumes at $1.05, $1.10. Hey man, it's happened before. So, you know, got to be prepared for anything. Absolutely. But LIPO is definitely the center of attention. Curling back up here, are we going to see the break of 150? I think we might see it before the open. We have about 7 minutes to go from $1.44 to $1.50. We can do it. James Bennett might be getting bailed out of this trade here. He's at break even right now at 144. If he's still holding. Is he going to take the break even trade, or is he going to hold for the green? $144. Looks like we're finding some resistance here. Maybe some short sellers are getting in here, or adding them to the position before and not squeezing out. 147. I see red on the tape, man. Every time it comes up, it is red on the tape. LIPO does have news as a phase 2 catalyst, which isn't terrible. $145. Pulling back here. I think we're going to see it, but we might not see it till the open. I actually wanted to wait for the open. And after, it's probably not going to happen, but the first 1 minute candle of the open is like virtually untradeable now for Charles Schwab. I get floating orders all the time. So I wanted to wait until 9:32 so I can actually trade it. Someone's calling out PTPI. PTPI? Let's take a look here. PTPI. It does have news. It's up 17%. It's a low float. Let me see here. Petro's pivotal statistically significant self-selection study. Wow, that's a lot of S's, man. Holy crap. Petro's Pharmaceuticals pivotal, so 3 P's, followed by statistically significant self-selection study shows stronger. Oh my God. Results with proprietary technology applications part of FDA pathway over-the-counter access to Avanafil. Not sure what that is. So kind of just confusing catalysts. the average person has no idea what the heck this is about. I think it's on erectile dysfunction drugs. So this thing might go to the moon, man. So the previous catalyst was erectile dysfunction. So erectile dysfunction therapy is made available over the counter. That's some groundbreaking stuff, man. That's some groundbreaking stuff. Okay, it's 9:37. He said James Bennett got out with some green. A nice 1 penny gain after holding 25 cents in the red. That's a tough trade, man. Just be grateful you got out for break even. And look to adjust, man. Look to adjust to be able to cut those losers. Because that risk to reward ratio is completely wrecked. Alan, profit is profit. Yeah, but if you're taking a 25-cent risk, holding into the red, man, it's not good. Gotta adjust that, man. Are you using Dash for entries or Thinkorswim? I'm using Thinkorswim. LIPO, please don't go before the open. That's what I'm thinking, man. Easy for you staying off. Bro's rapping. Serve. We can look at serve here. Let's get that green, guys. Let's get that green. So serve. Curling up. Serve curling up. Oh man, we're holding a decent level here. If we curl back up, start reclaiming this top and tail, man, the short sellers can get wrecked again here on SCRV. I'm gonna want to put an alert. I'll put an alert up here if it does open up and rip. But I'm gonna be watching LIPO for the open. Hopefully we get that opening surge here through 150. Hopefully we don't go here for the last minute here before the open. If we do, I'm looking for the next pullback or just maybe just jumping on for the momentum. But always going to keep the wrist tight. Good luck. Let's get some green today. Money Monday. So let's get focused, dialed in. Have a decent day. So good luck. Stay calm, cool, and collected. Catch you guys later.